So here we are.
I'd rather be at school.
But schools is closed. You have to come with me now. There's no other way.
Someone used to live here?
Not just one person, lots of people. But not all at the same time.
Why didn't they clean up their own stuff? Knock, knock. Who's there? Let's get out of here.
You better come inside.
Everything's in the way.
Then you'll have to walk around it, Dilosh.
It smells like old people in here.
Dilosh.
Why do you even have to renovate it at all?
It's renovate.
Dad.
Well, because people want to move into a nice apartment.
Can we move into a nice big apartment someday too?
Dilosh, we have a nice apartment. You just have to tidy up sometimes.
Yeah, but that won't make the apartment any bigger.
Help me tear down this wallpaper. We'll be done faster then.
Okay. Pretty crappy. If they weren't so heavy, we could make a mountain out of them. Look, Dad, all in one piece.
Yeah, just like that.
Dad, look! There's a letter. Who's it from?
Show me.
There's something drawn on it. A treasure map, Dad.
Hold still so I can read it.
It's from a pirate.
There's something here about a flower.
There was a pirate and a gardener? Tell me more.
If I tell you a story about it, will you let me work then?
Okay.
All right. Many years ago, a botanist lived here. His name was Volya.
But that says Kolya.
That's what I said. So this Kolya guy used to live here. And one day, something really cool happened.
Here, a bit more water on your roots, Fridolin. But don't drink it all at once. You're always so difficult to reach. Oh, crap! Oh, my head. Why does everything have to be so damn hard? Even gravity's against me.
And now, the news.
Oh, I can't take any more bad news.
Hundreds of thousands of Canadians were in the dark for over 9 hours yesterday when a geomagnetic storm overloaded the inferior capitalist control systems.
Things might be a bit more bearable here in the dark.
A representative of the VEB Kombinat Robotron stated today that this situation would never happen to the energy supply in the German Democratic Republic.
Oh, sure. No chance of that happening.
Meanwhile, cleanup work continues in Volkershausen. Following an earthquake, multiple buildings were damaged in the Wartburgkreis district.
Oh, shut up! Why should I ever get up again anyway? When you fall, you can actually just stay lying down if you want. That way, you save yourself the bother of being knocked down again. Everybody wins.
And now, the weather.
I said shut up!
Stormy winds and rain are expected across the country from the early evening.
Yeah, what else? What the? I think I'm seeing ghosts. Eric, close the window. Oh, that's right. You don't have any hands. I have to do everything myself. Come on, Kolya. Get off your ass. Now, Mirko, you could have just closed the window when you suddenly packed up your things and just left me like that. It wasn't a ghost after all. Something really did flutter in. A paper plane with writing on it. What is this? Airmail from the west? Hey, you there. Your orchid's head is hanging very low. So's yours. Do you maybe need some water? Or someone to talk to? Ah, there's a telephone number. And there's more. Greetings from the other side? They're asking if I need someone to talk to, Eric. Someone actually went through the trouble of throwing a paper aeroplane over the wall. Over the wall! Then it lands in the hands of the biggest loser east of the West.
Don't be so hard on yourself, comrade. At least you're reliable at consistently failing.
Oh, thank you. Very empathetic, Eric. There's a phone number here. Do you know what that means?
Based on the area code, this number is from the other side. In other words, a fascist number. Calling it would be an incredibly stupid idea.
Thanks for the assessment, Eric. Hey, Eric, any news from down there? Spotted any bandits looking to fleece the Republic?
The anti-fascist protection rampart will still be standing in 50 years, 100 years even, if the reasons behind it haven't been resolved.
Be careful, Eric. Your can of food is far away and you can't get to it by yourself. The television tower, a triumph of socialist construction. Window after window. A neo-Gothic church made of brick. I see it every day from over here, but I'd really like to see it from the inside. Who knows? Maybe someday. Can't see anything. The building down there probably used to be a cinema. I wonder what it's like over there, on the other side of the wall. I guess we'll never know. At least, not in the next 50 or 100 years. Mirko's toad lily. He left it behind. Just like me and you. Right, Eric?
If you would want to leave, why didn't you, Kolya? With Mirko. You know why. You belong here.
Ooh, this place could do with some airing out. I don't need this. I just showered this morning.
Comrade, don't you dare. Stop right now.
Don't think anyone will answer anyway. Collier dials a number, nobody picks up, end of story.
Long distance exchange position 23.
Yes, Christiansen. A call to West Berlin, please.
All lines are currently busy. I'll note down your number. We'll call you back when a line becomes available. Thank you.
Damn! Well, that's socialism in action for you. It could be 3 days before they call me back. Eric, cancel your report. Nobody picked up. That only leaves one thing. I could try sending a paper plane myself. Know anything about paper planes, Eric?
Neither an ox nor a donkey is able to stop the progress of socialism.
Thanks. Very helpful. Must be the window. I can't see anyone. Oh, something just occurred to me. Mirko's niece left her activity book here. Perfect.
You are an accomplice of the fascism that's swallowing us, Kolya.
Hey, shut your gills, yeah? I never knew there were so many ways to fold a piece of paper. I'm choosing this model. Looks like it's the easiest. Oh, what should I even write? Alright, let's see. Hello, mysterious stranger. Thank you for your letter. I'm afraid water alone won't be enough. At least, not for me. The orchid is not actually an orchid. It is in fact a toad lily. My old housemate left it behind along with me. No, I better leave out that part. Okay. Somehow, I now feel like I'm being watched. Who are you anyway? Best wishes, Kolya. Now make a fold here. One side's turned out a bit wonky. I hope it doesn't affect the aerodynamics.
Oh, good Lenin. This is ridiculous.
Now, just to aim it correctly.
Oh yeah, we know your luck. This
Goes! Woohoo! Eric! Did it! He actually did it! I didn't plan this far ahead. I guess it's best to continue where I left off earlier, with the plants in my room. Ah, it must be the window. I can't see anyone. Oh, you poor plants. You look really thirsty. Don't end up like me. Well, there's no real need for botanists under socialism. But you could still make something of yourselves. Hello, Maurice. As noisy as always, I see. Well, you could do with a trim here and there. Not too much, though. You know how it is. Lop off too much, and you'll be a goner. I don't need to tell you about that, Sabrina. You know how it is. Lop off too much, and you'll be a goner. I don't need to tell you about that, Sabrina. You know how it is. Lop off too much, and you'll be a goner. I don't need to tell you about that, Sabrina. And you, Richard? You're just as withered as I am. Us two, always waiting our turn, never making a fuss. Work in the morning, home in the evening. To hell with it. We're better than that. Don't worry, my dears. I'll take care of you now. So, now all I need is to water you. There goes Toad Lily. We left her behind. Just like me and you. Right, Eric?
If you would want to leave, why didn't you, Kolya? With Mirko. You know why. You belong here.
I believe in integrity and loyalty. I don't shirk my responsibilities, unlike some people. So that's enough drink for now, my friends. Oh, what's that? Give it back, you thief. Hello, Kolya. Good aim, and I would know. After all, I did win the German paper aeroplane championship when I was 12. My name's Lou. I do art for a living. Well, part of a profession is presumably being able to afford to eat from it. Well, it's not all roses over here either. More like toad lilies. Preferably no water, I understand. Maybe we could both use some schnapps. With that, best wishes to you and the toad. Enclosed is a picture of you both. This is how I imagine you, Kolya. I like people with sad eyes. Sad eyes. That was blazing anger. Actually, you're not wrong, though. But you could have just as easily focused on my prominent chin. I can't craft the same plane again. That would be embarrassing. Then again, I have two clumsy mitts where my hands should be.
Kolya, if you were as motivated at work as you are when making paper planes, you'd already be a hero of labor.
I easily make up for my lack of talent with my massive ineptitude, coupled with an unusually long and persistent losing streak. So, hello Lou. I'm a late bloomer when it comes to paper planes. Here's a portrait of you in return. I did it in a more of a deconstructivist style. I'd send you a shot of schnapps, but it wouldn't work. I think it would disrupt the airflow. But maybe I have a better idea. Dinner? You at your place, me at mine. This evening? Yes, no, maybe. Then we can open up a bottle together and send our planes flying off into the sunset. Are you in? This is probably the dumbest idea of all time. Or the best. But probably the dumbest. It's really important to aim well this time. Time to fly. You can do it! delivers on its promises. Now that I've suggested dinner, I should probably go check that I have enough food.
I hope you can come up with something better than the stuff that you serve me.
There should probably be at least 3 courses. Oh no! It's alive! Yesterday's leftovers are in the oven. Or are they from the day before? I could make something out of that. Vanilla pudding. Oh, only 2 days out of date. It's still good. Ugh. I'd rather cut my stinky socks into slices and eat them instead of this leftover cheese. Not exactly the best selection from the cellar. Ew. Well, who needs vitamins anyway? Soyanka soup, Soyanka soup! All I see is Soyanka soup! The reply's already here, or the rejection, should I say. Lou writes, dinner this evening? Lou checked off maybe. In brackets, only joking, I'm in. Here's a menu suggestion. Lasagna from yesterday. 2, banana split for dessert. 3rd, absinthe, a nightcap, also for dessert. What have you got on offer? P.S. Here's a puzzle. Well, do you know what it is? Ha ha, typical West German. Lou's menu doesn't sound that much better than what I've got here. Maybe I could spice up the lasagna with a certain ingredient. Herbs actually go really well with lasagna, and they're light too. Tarragon, an unusual choice, but delicious. Sharp and sweet, vaguely reminiscent of aniseed. Very good. That'll give Lou's lasagna the finishing touch. And now I'll pack it in the next letter. I need a model with a cargo hold for herbs. Oh my, I wonder if this is gonna work. Lou, that sounds like an exquisite menu suggestion. Lasagna tastes even better the next day anyway. At least, that's what I heard somewhere. I've attached an ingredient to spice it up. Tarragon, fresh from the windowsill. Use it on your, I'm sure, already tasty lasagna to give it a subtle tang. I just looked in my kitchen cupboard. All right, let's try to smuggle this valuable cargo into the West.
Oh, my heart, it's melting.
Careful, this time the plane is loaded. With a few, it's a little windier than before. There we go, my lovely herbs. Fortunately, I have some more. Careful, this time the plane is loaded. With a few grams. This time the plane is loaded. Damn it. Now somebody else is going to garnish their food with my delicious herbs. Careful. That won't do. Another measly throw and Lou will have to eat very bland lasagna. Careful. Careful. this time the plane is loaded. I better not catch the attention of the border guards with these hijinks. Careful, this time... That won't do. Another measly throw and Lou will have to eat very bland lasagna. Careful, this... Just a bit to the side. Careful. Perfect. The herbs have been delivered direct to the apartment. Now, off to the kitchen with you, chef. This gourmet menu isn't going to cook itself.
Why don't you make some food for me? Just remember, the higher you climb, the farther you fall.
Speak for yourself, Eric. A bit of heat never hurt a dish. Unless it's meant to be served cold, of course. So, 160 degrees should do it. Ah, the pudding's already made, conveniently. You remind me of my upper arms. How about, for a change, we have, surprise, solyanka soup. Opening it makes me think about Mirko. Did Mirko actually eat anything else apart from solyanka soup? He wasn't exactly gifted in the kitchen, but he was actually a good friend. Mostly. The beer goes in the fridge. I can't forget that, otherwise the whole thing will be ruined. I'm excited to see whether Lou wrote me back. A reply. Let's see. Dear Mr. Gourmet, thank you, very considerate. And what a performance, sending the plane and cargo sailing to me through the window. Thanks. Now there's nothing standing in the way of a delicious meal. It also gave me another idea of how we could spice things up even more. How about playing a little prank on the knuckleheads down on the wall? Maybe you'll come up with something while you're folding your next plane. If you do it, I might tell you an embarrassing fact about myself. I'll grab my binoculars. P.S. Who is this Mirko? Eric, did you hear that? She wants me to prank the border guards. If they catch me, they'll be standing outside my door in 5 minutes and then I am screwed.
It won't just be you. They will make fish sticks out of me.
The plane landed in the middle of Mirko's bed. Like half of East Berlin, it feels like. must be some really crazy model in here.
Kolja, the guards are going to feed us to the dogs when they catch you.
Well, we have... Dear Mr. Head of Surveillance, why does a trabby only have one tailpipe? If it had two, you'd at least be able to use it as a wheelbarrow. Greetings from a law-abiding citizen. Is this a breach of the peace or just disorderly conduct?
With your bad luck, you are begging to be caught.
Eric?
You should do good deeds for socialism, because socialism leads to a better life for all working people.
Ah, thanks, Eric. You just helped me with a really important decision there. The binoculars. Ah, what do I see here? That target looks particularly difficult. You'd need real flying talent to land one right there. So I'd be hopeless at it. This is the time and the place. I'm just lacking the result, precision and decisiveness. This is the time. Textbook throw, and in this wind. I'm starting to get good enough to enter the German championship myself. The only question is, which Germany? That wasn't my intention, but how do they know where the call came from? Stay calm, boy, just stay calm. Haha, you suckers! Keep looking for people fleeing the Republic. Oh, now that was a close one. Today's finally starting to be fun. All right then, on with the show. Time to put on my glad rags. What now, Eric?
You should live a clean and decent life and honor your family.
Okay, I think I'll reconsider giving you your food. Maybe you can go another day without. I should think about putting on my nice clothes. Well, what do we have here? I like the South Pacific charm. This looks really dreamy. Hopefully I'll make some sort of an impression with this. Luckily Lou can barely see me from there.
These flashy clothes are not so bad, Kolja.
Mirko's toad lily. He left it behind. Just like me and you. Right, Eric?
If you would want to leave, why didn't you, Kolja? With Mirko. You know why. You belong here.
Lou writes, I saw it. You really did it. I suppose I should honor my debt. So here's an embarrassing truth about me. I collect chips. Yes, potato chips. I have a whole collection already. The key thing for me is they have to have an unusual shape. They have to remind me of something. For example, a certain person. I have never, ever told anyone that. Luckily, nobody's asked me about it either. Now a question for you. Where would you go if it wasn't for the concrete architectural wonder and bad tempers down there? If you could go anywhere, where would you go? That's easy. Eric, who would have guessed that I was lying on the floor just 2 hours ago, today's been the best day in a long time. Now all we need is the right sound. Let's see, what would go best with our dinner? Punk rock. Not romantic, but it suits the weather.
Not even I can say anything against a bit of life-affirming punk rock. Do you really want to stay a hippie forever, Kolja? Forever? And ever?
These jazz improvisations could set an intellectual mood for the evening.
The perfect song for a cozy evening by the window.
In it goes. If I turn it up loud enough, Lou might be able to hear it. It's quite cozy here. All that's missing now is Lou. Oh, Eric, I didn't mean to forget about you. You should get something to munch on too. I should probably let Lou know that I'm ready to start when she is. I need a robust model for this story. The red kite. How fitting. Okay, time for the truth. Let's go, Collier. It's now or never. Lou, dinner is ready. Let's get this started. You told me an embarrassing fact. Where do you even store the chips? Now, I'll tell you mine. When Mirko bolted, he asked me whether I was going to come with him. I said no. My work, which I hate, my apartment, a complete dump, and anyway, what would happen to my plants? I had a lot of reasons, but another plane, and then we can get started. I'm so nervous. I'm starving too. I haven't felt this alive in months. It's getting windier. Well then, get to it. Hopefully the plane won't get completely soggy in the rain. Just great. I pour my heart out and the plane goes and lands in the mud. It's getting windier. That's not... Oh, it was so obvious that the letter wouldn't arrive. Of course it would start getting stormy now. So obvious that the letter wouldn't arrive. Of course it would start getting stormy now. Oh, come on!
This went bad, as always.
I thought I'd get lucky for once. That something would work out just one time. It's just turned into another complete disaster. I knew it. I shouldn't have even tried in the first place. The phone? Ugh. That's all I need right now. Christiansen?
You requested a call to West Berlin. The line is now free. I'm connecting you.
I'd completely forgotten.
Hi,
Lou?
Well, that was a complete disaster.
Sure was. Hi. Let's make the best of it. Do you want to have dinner over the phone?
Yeah, sure. That's a splendid idea, Kolya.
And what happened next? Did they fall in love? Did they kiss too?
How am I supposed to know? Probably. But they visited each other first. And then they realized that they both like listening to punk music.
Like you sometimes.
They started tearing the wall down 1 year later, actually. There's almost nothing of it left today.
I want to keep the paper airplane.
You do that, but then I have to carry on here.
No, tell me more, Dad.
We had a deal, Dilosh.
Okay. I wonder if anything exciting happened in the other apartments too. I've never seen such a big picture. That's where Lou threw the paper planes from. Pretty crappy. Wow, the apartment is ginormous.
They used to build big. Then they put in walls, so there were more apartments.
Thought the room looked better before.
I thought the apartment looked better before too. That's how they want it now. At least the old stove can stay.
Why would anyone need this much space?
It's more for rich people.
Too bad. Can we be rich someday too?
We'll have to renovate a lot of apartments for that. Come on, help me here a little. You're just standing around.
If I have to.
You could hammer off the old tiles, or even better, could you look for my screwdriver? You'll need a hammer for the tiles, and you'll just need patience and sharp eyes for the screwdriver.
Okay. Maybe your screwdriver is here, Dad.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'll be careful. I found something.
What is it this time?
A star made of straw. But in the stove? Why would anyone want to burn it?
Well, maybe it got really cold in here.
How stupid. They should have just turned the heat up.
No, you see, after the war, for example, there was no heating. Everything was broken.
But if everything was broken, then the star would be broken too, and the stove, and the people.
Maybe that's no ordinary star.
A magic star.
I think you might be right.
Matilda? Matilda?
Huh?
Oh, you're daydreaming again.
I'm so looking forward to Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There's still something to do first.
The neighbor gave us nettle tea because Lucas was coughing so badly in the hallway.
Are you finished?
No. I wonder what's happened to the man with the funny voice. I haven't heard him for a long while.
Leave it be, Matilda. He doesn't speak anymore. They play more music now.
Mom says the city's slowly running out of wood.
Leave the foot stamps there. They need to last us the next 14 days.
Mom, are these stamps for chocolate too?
Rarely. That crook Conrad would rather sell them for cigarettes.
What can you get for cigarettes?
Good stuff, and things you can't buy with stamps. Real flour, bacon, sugar. The black market is a real Santa Claus.
Mom, the food smells good. Where did you get the turnips?
From Gesundbrunn station. Cargo trains pass through there with provisions for the Russians. I stood for hours in the court. A sentry watched me and laughed at me.
Does Santa Claus get the presents from the black market? Where's Dad going to sleep when he comes home?
When the train came, I asked him if I could have them. First he mocked me, but then he threw 2 turnips from the carriage.
That's good at least.
If you can get something, then you take it. Got it? Laughter passes by, but a turnip in the belly lasts. Yeah?
Would Dad be upset that Mom traded in her wedding ring? Will we do a hoarding trip again?
There are barely any trains running at all.
Can't we go visit Aunt Lottie in the countryside again? See the cows?
It's not much better there either. We are staying here. This is our home.
We'll make it pretty. Besides, if we move, Dad won't be able to find us when he comes home. Do you have to move rubble again tomorrow as well?
Yes, there were only 8 women there today. We'll get more food stamps if we can free up the wall by New Year.
Can I come too? I'm strong.
It's no work for children. Your eyes water from all the dust, and you can barely breathe, and you'll find awful things in the water. No, it's no work for children.
One for me, one for Mom.
So, 150 grams of bread per head. That's enough for 3 thinly cut slices.
The neighbor gave us nettle tea because Lucas was coughing so badly in the hallway.
Matilda!
Did Did I do something wrong?
Who's the fourth plate for? Can't you count?
But I thought... Because it's Christmas. And Dad's surely on his way.
You really do believe in Christmas miracles. All right.
Mom, the Christmas tree looks so sad.
Nonsense. Can we eat?
I need decorations for the tree. Can I go into the locked room? Please?
There's nothing in there for children.
There's so many odds and ends lying around in there. Then I'll be a rubble woman too.
All right. But put something warm on. Just this once, though.
Yeah. I'll promise. I'll be back soon, Mom. There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead.
Hey!
Thanks. See you in a minute. All right then, let's have a look. An old telephone? Might be useful to light fires. Wir Deutschen für... I can't make out the rest, but it's pretty. Boring books. No magic or fairies. But there's something underneath. Dad's medals. But today, there are Christmas tree balls. That was painted for Mom and Dad's wedding. She really liked it. But she cries now when she sees it. Oh, cow poop. Now they're stuck behind the lid. Dad played and sang so beautifully, but the lyrics were boring. It was always about the same thing. He promised to teach me how to play the piano after the war. Perfect. That'll be great. Dad played and sang so beautifully, but the lyrics were boring. It was always about the same thing. So shiny, but what can I do with these? I could make something pretty with them. Oh, look! How wonderful! Someone is as festive as we are. There's a service going on over there right now. The curfew's been lifted, but we still don't go out much. A bonfire? If I carefully... Oh, how wonderful. Mom probably forgot that we had these. Apparently the previous tenant gave us this as a gift, but we never used it. The nest has been empty for months. I hope the birds are doing well.
Finally, there you are. We are waiting.
Almost done. I just have to decorate the Christmas tree. There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead. There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead. There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead. Wonderful. Nothing to complain about there. They look great.
Come on, sit down. We want to celebrate Christmas now. Your father's medals? This is bordering on disrespect.
Mom, are you mad?
Hands on the table. We are still civilized people.
Mom, did Dad kill people? I asked you something. Mom?
Ask him yourself when he's back.
When will he be back?
Eat your soup.
Why do we write letters to him if he never writes back?
Matilda, you're ruining Christmas dinner for us with all your questions. One last time. Eat your soup. And keep your mouth shut.
But Dad wasn't a hero.
Your father was an honorable man. What was he supposed to do? We didn't know any of that. We don't have any more, Matilda. Nothing. And I don't have any energy left to feel ashamed. We should never have returned to Berlin. Everything's supposed to be the way it used to be. Lucas, why don't you play us something on your recorder?
Yes, Mom.
Your father would have liked that.
Why did Matilda's mom lie?
Maybe she thought it was the truth. Somehow. Things often look different in retrospect.
Yeah, like in school. Sometimes I see things differently too. Like after math quiz.
School is important. Don't get into any trouble.
It was just a joke. I'll make it cozy for us. I'm so bored here.
Hilo, what am I supposed to do about that? Knock the tiles down.
So where are the tiles?
In the bathroom, in the kitchen, like I said.
That's where Lou threw the paper planes from. I've never seen such a big picture. There used to be a house there. I wonder if anything exciting happened in the other apartments too. Pretty crappy. Boring. There's lots of room in here for all the wonderful souvenirs I find. I'll leave it like that for now. Your paint's drying up, Dad. That's got to be a toad lily. That's Jakob's blue backpack. It wouldn't be so boring if there were other kids here.
Not right now, sorry.
The fridge is stinky, Dad. Why didn't they take their furniture with them? Now the apartment has 2 entrances. When can we go back to school?
No one knows. Soon, hopefully.
We'll definitely be finished with the apartment by then. What should I do now?
You have still not hammered off the tiles in the kitchen.
Okay. Wow. I want to hammer something.
Tiles. Hammer them off the walls. They all need to come down.
All of them? Great. Secret hidey hole. There's another arrow. Tiles, tiles, tiles. Who are they? Dad, come quickly. Dad!
What is it?
Look, a photo. I found it. There's a year on it. 1933.
That's interesting. I think only very few people had cameras back then.
So, a photographer hid it here.
Yeah, maybe. But 1933? That wasn't a good time.
Huh? How come? They had enormous apartments.
1933 wasn't like any other year in Germany.
Tell me.
It'll take a while.
That doesn't matter, Dad.
I will miss you, my little friend. You know that I am a man of few words. Go, you are free. Go on now. The sun shines the same on rich and poor. That's the ticket. Have adventures. Make new friends. The world is your oyster. I will leave your door open, and you can leave whenever you want. How does that sound? The telephone. That must be Esther. Yes, I'm coming. This old man's not as spry as he used to be.
Joseph?
Esther?
I'm on my way now. Once I arrive, come down to the street when I sound my horn.
Must we? Really? I am old, Esther. And I do not feel like making such a long journey.
I know, Joseph. For a fossil like you, it is a trek. Take your time. I will be waiting. Have you packed yet?
I really don't know what I should pack, Esther.
Do not worry, Joseph. We made a list together, remember? It should be next to the telephone.
Yes, I have it here. Thank you, Esther. What would I do without you?
Pack your things. Until then, Joseph.
Warm jacket, passport, lucky shoes, grandfather's pocket watch, razor, journal, and maybe my treasured camera. Where should I even begin? My parents on their wedding day. I am glad that they don't have to experience any of what's going on here. Uncle Benjamin with the twins. A shame we lost contact with each other. A living room, a workshop, and a study. A lone wolf's apartment. That has never bothered me. I like being alone. The Trial by Franz Kafka. I once met Kafka at Askanischer Hofhotel, and I wanted him to sign my book. Well, it didn't seem like a good time. Sometimes it's better not to meet your idols. Nobody needs this paper anymore. Leaving the accounts behind won't be too difficult a decision. A young writer sent me this screenplay. I liked him, but the script was, well, never mind. It is terrible, but his passion for writing impressed me. The Road Back by Erich Maria Remarque. Soldiers tried to return home after the Great War. Luckily, I was already so old back then that I was spared any of that. The book was... The telephone? Is that Esther again? Esther? Is that you? To whom am I speaking? Is anybody there? They just hung up. This has been happening for a few weeks now. Ariane, a Russian girl by Claude Annet. The adventurous Ariane leads a wild life beyond virtue. Men fall at her feet. She meets Konstantin, and both of them try to stop falling in love with each other. Unsuccessfully, I can say that much. I always said to Esther that romance novels keep me young. But this has to stay here. Bills, bills, bills. I settled them a while ago. All quiet on the Western Front. Playing this movie was a risk, but I did it anyway, even if there was a massive outcry. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Whether the frame story of the film is actually for or against a trust in authority will always be a puzzle to me. A tidy desk is a desk that isn't being worked at. My insurance document. I certainly won't be needing these anymore. Documents upon documents that I no longer need. This was shortly after its opening. Esther, Lieschen, and the boys from the block. Everybody pitched in. How many hours have I spent here in the workshop? For nothing? I have always enjoyed repairing things myself, though. Married Life by David Vogel. A writer falls for a femme fatale. The whole story takes place in Vienna, Austria. Very nice, but not essential. I could pack all the movie reels in boxes, but Esther has no space for them. I was able to save the projector from the fire. The first movies were documentaries. The Lumiere brothers, of course, the Skladanovskys, William Dixon. For me, though, there is one person who changed everything. Georges Méliès. He was the first person who understood the power of film. He told stories and transported us to another world. There it was, my cinema. Just the sight of it is still difficult to bear even now. The SR hoodlums have been in the neighborhood a lot of late. They are becoming more violent. These are spreading faster than the Spanish flu. I'd always hoped to repair it someday, that I could maybe make a fresh start. But some things just cannot be fixed, I guess. Oh, look. I shouldn't forget this lovely item. There's even some film still left inside. Maybe I can take a picture with it. One last shot. What will I photograph? Wonderful. I'll develop the image once I've set up my laboratory somewhere. It's all just garbage. A trip to the moon. These contracts are worthless now. Such a mess. The oven has been out of commission ever since I have used it to store my highly flammable treasures. A chest full of junk. I'll leave it here. This table was already in the apartment when I moved in. It will also remain here after I leave. A little glass of wine here after the last screening. Something I held sacred. The end of a good day. A good suitcase for my father. I could never leave my camera behind. This could be useful. I still need to pack all the important things on the list in my suitcase. Plutonia by Vladimir Obruchev. I love Russian adventure novels. Hopefully, I'll also find some in France. I don't want to take any of these things. I have a distinguished Pinot Gris from 1928. It isn't kosher, though, but nobody needs to know. The old dishware from my parents' wedding. I have no idea if they're still valuable. I would like to take them with me, but they would never arrive intact. My first cinema ticket. It was Der Raubmord am Spandauer Schifffahrtskanal in 1896, the Edison Theater on Friedrichstraße. I knew straight away that that was the life for me. My second home, before the fire. For the longest time, I have wanted to take on this door. It has become stiffer and stiffer since I have lived here, and at some point, it won't be able to be opened at all. The only joy of leaving things behind is that you also leave behind your unfinished projects. You can't see much in the red light, but it protects the sensitive film. I have loved photography ever since I was young. Ever since I discovered that all a movie projector does is show lots of photos in a row, and that it even uses the same material, it was clear to me that I needed my own gear. But I had to save first. I didn't have any money back then. You can always use a razor, no matter where you go. Here, look, I had completely forgotten. This photograph is from the Great Depression. I had come up with a few things to give people their cinema experience. Movies are especially important when people are going through hard times. A good day starts with a good reminders of my old life. I am still missing a few items from the list. I think I'll manage without this stuff. The kitchen was always my favorite room, especially in the mornings when the light would shine in almost magically for a few minutes. It was the perfect environment for writing a few words in my journal. The supplies will spoil. I cannot take them with me. The ice in the fridge will quickly melt. The last letters from Jakob and Elsa. Without them, things just aren't the same here. I no longer have any idea what these keys unlock. But you don't throw keys away, so I've collected them here. I no longer have any idea what these keys unlock. But you don't. This is not the right key. This one doesn't fit either. This isn't the right key either. Damn it. The key fits. My old journal. I stopped writing in it after this entry. The most painful day of my life. I should continue to write. What's the next item on the list? She cannot hear me. I've barely moved. Miss Hellman, she doesn't say hello anymore. But she's not above that sort of thing. I think I'll manage without this stuff. I haven't looked in here in a while. Doesn't seem important. I won't need these bits and pieces. Where did all these useless things come from? Some of my Jewish friends only drink bottled water because they believe their water is being poisoned. But I think that's poppycock. We aren't that far along, I hope. The good old wood-burning stove. Freshly roasted coffee never tasted as good as it did here. The last letters from Jakob and Elsa. Without them, things just aren't the same here. I've always thought about all those who have sat here before me, and those who might sit here after me. When I moved in here, having a telephone was something quite special. Whoever moves in after me will certainly be happy to have it. This little book holds the telephone numbers of my friends and acquaintances, So many of them have already left. Uncle Benjamin with the twins. A shame we lost contact with each other. For 65 years I had no problem sleeping, and yet I have had many sleepless nights over the last few weeks. A lot of memories, but I can't take them all with me. A lot of memories, but I can't take them all with me. I found this picture in a thrift store. Esther brought me back this picture from a spa town. What was the name again? Trüberbrook. Right. Lots of things have accumulated here too. These are lovely shoes, but not my lucky shoes. I don't need any more shirts. I have already packed some pants. Nothing but worthless trinkets. I have already packed enough undershirts. This is it, my favorite jacket. Look, the badge from my old employer is still here. It's been an eternity. A jacket for cold days. All right, what's next? All right, what's next? There's something funny about that clock. A kleinzig Trick für einen alten Kacker. Ah, there it is. My passport. Yes. And the contracts and folder for the Minerva Lichtspiele. I still remember the day when I first held them in my hands. Let's see how far I get with my passport. The keys to the cinema are inside. I don't know why, but I don't want to leave them behind, even if there's no longer any door to come back to. Done. Not much is left on my list. I should hurry. Die große Wette. This fantastic movie plays out in the distant future, the year 2000. It features the great Harry Peel as the Electric Man. What will the world look like in the year 2000? Die große Wette. This fantastic movie plays out in the distant future, the year 2000. It features the great Harry Peel as the Electric Man. What will the world look like in the year 2000? I will always remember the combination, 1st of December, 1895. That was the day of the first movie screening in Berlin, in Wintergarten. So 1 clockwise, and then 12 counterclockwise. I actually just wanted to impress a girl. Elsa or Maria? She never. Then 18 clockwise? It may have had an unhappy backstory. And then 95 counterclockwise? But the evening will always remain in my memory. There. Grandfather's pocket watch. The watch stopped on the morning of Black Thursday. It was truly a crazy coincidence. The coil spring snapped, but it can surely be repaired again. Just a few items left. Esther. That must be her. Hopefully no one noticed. I'll be down soon, Esther. Give me a few more minutes. Esther's car. She's waiting for me. I must hurry. I can't leave my lucky shoes. They must be somewhere in the hallway. I stored the shoes in the hallway. Perhaps on the shelf. I don't need any more shirts. Nothing but worthless trinkets. My lucky shoes are definitely in the hallway. Up on the shelf in the corner. My lucky shoes. Old shoes are always the most comfortable to wear, though they could do with some new soles. Oh! of here, now. I shouldn't bring this. It takes up far too much space. Or maybe I should? No, that would be absurd. Quickly.
Mr. Liebermann, Sturmabteilung, Auxiliary Police. Your neighbor has complained about the constant disturbance of the peace. Open the door.
I can't get around them. It's a trap. I must take the back exit.
Mr. Liebermann. I can hear you, Mr. Liebermann. Open the door. Otherwise we will come away in. Open immediately.
Quick, let's get out of here. Move faster, Josef, before they break the door down. That's that. Goodbye, my old apartment. Or farewell. Tu sei venos adrako, atome sub bnei Adam. Rai 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 ya ba 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 ai rai 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 ya rai 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 ya rai rai rai.
Then did Joseph make it in the end?
Joseph made it. He traveled all the way to Paris with Esther. He then later migrated to the United States on the trail of Hollywood movie stars.
There wasn't so much space in the suitcase anyway. Too bad he didn't have a bigger one. Thankfully, those times are over.
And now we have been chatting for ages. I need to get back to work.
Look here, Dad. Dad? Wow, that must have belonged to Bismarck the bird. Or the great-great-great-grandchild of Bismarck the bird. It played for me. It played for Dad. I'll take care of the food. Look how quickly you can get from one room to another now. This is a really nice room too, Dad. Surprise! One Daddy special coming up.
Nothing at all?
For you.
Thank you.
There's something there, but I can't get to it. Do you think people wanted us to find these things?
Some of them maybe. It's coincidence for the others. Just like all the stuff from the attic. Can you help me throw them into the chute? All those things can go. Just throw them into the chute.
All that has to go now. Get rid of the old stuff. What is that?
That too. Excellent, Froggy.
Where did all this stuff come from?
It was all in the attic still. Only throw stuff down that we don't need anymore.
What is that funny thing?
That's an old typewriter. That's how people used to write. Give it a go.
But it's not even plugged in. Does it have a battery?
It works without electricity. A little like stamping.
Can I write a story with it?
You can use it to write anything.
Maybe an adventure, a true legend. You know, before, you used to make up a story for me every night.
Yeah, to help you fall asleep. But that got a bit exhausting for me after a while.
Can we do that again? Every night? Please, please.
You come up with something. You're already in the second grade.
Okay. So, this typewriter once belonged to a great author. No, an astronaut.
Maybe both can be true.
You know what, Antonia? This looks pretty good so far. Well, for the 5th draft. If I could just keep my eyes open for another hour or two. Maybe then I'd manage to rewrite the beginning again. Especially with all those wonderful suggestions from up on high. No time like the present.
The cosmonaut was ready to set forth into an unknown world. As her crew was stuck on the surface of the moon, she had no option but to pilot her ship. I should probably decide on a name for that spaceship. The space cruiser Meteor, to her destination on her own. It carried her farther and farther away from the sun and so far away from the blue planet. I'll leave it like that for now. I can always change it later if I need to. In the 6th or 16th pass. She was ready to lead humanity into a new era. Her destination was the planet Jupiter, the largest and most massive of the known planets, the king of the gods. Jupiter had always drawn people's eyes towards the sky. The signal that originated from there had been puzzling humanity for 6 years. She looked at the photograph in her hand. It was the last group photo of the crew, taken on Earth before the blast-off. There's still 2 possibilities for the backstory. Both would work, but what would the publishing authority prefer? She felt as if an eternity had passed. With tears in her eyes, she remembered the unfortunate fate of Commodore Buzz Gibson, who fell victim to pressure loss in the turmoil of the failed circumnavigation of the moon. She would see this mission through to its end, if not for the people of Earth, then for the comrades who had been forced to stay behind. Phew, it's a lot of repetition. I'm sure some readers will be grateful for the summary. A quick break might be in order. Why do I have all these old tombs from the great Carl G. Zelensky laying around? Did I really smoke them all? Mom was always so proud of Dad's achievements. I always wondered whether she even really liked his books. The Russian authors have got the hang of it. My first book, Changed, is almost 5 years old. Although, Standstill would have been more appropriate after the publishing authority had gone through it, but it was an achievement to have published anything. Sometimes I wish I never signed this contract. If I hadn't bumped into the physics students in the library, the whole story would be a sloppy mess. It's such a shame that the night sky in the city is always so bright. I'm quite proud of the story structure. The plot is relatively complex, and it's still accessible. Huh? What? Stay calm. You're just a bit tired.
Warning, warning. Pilot to the bridge. Interstellar objects in close range.
A universal translator like this could help prevent a lot of misunderstandings. It might even prevent military conflict. Let's see, what happened? The cosmonaut had almost left the asteroid belt. The last few rocks streaked past dangerously close to the ship. She had to take action.
Computer! Full power to the maneuvering thrusters!
Confirmed. Redirecting power to the maneuvering thrusters.
I wonder if something like this might be possible someday. It's certainly conceivable. But the navigation computer was at risk of overloading. There was no time to lose.
Computer, activate the ray guns. Fire!
Confirmed. Activating ray guns.
Weapons that fire pure energy? Would humanity have not wiped itself out a long time ago with these? At the farthest edge of the asteroid field, the cosmonaut saw her long-awaited destination. The planet Jupiter was in sight. Come on. A little more detail will bring this scene to life. The view was breathtaking. Revealed before her was a pristine, brightly shining, scarlet-red orb, pulsing like life itself. The view reminded her of the maple tree in her dad's garden in the fall. The longer she gazed, the more it seemed that someone, or something, was gazing back at her. That's getting a bit over the top now. I'll have to go over it again later. The surface of the planet was calm, smooth, and still like the ocean on a windless night. That's getting a bit over the top now. I'll have to go over it again later. And now, an exciting lead into the next chapter to keep my readers hooked. Computer, establish contact via radio wave telegraphy. Use the origin of that strange signal as the destination coordinates.
Hailing frequencies opened.
The communication model emitted a signal. We've done it. It sounds like someone's trying to make contact. This is a space cruiser Meteor heading to the planet Jupiter. To whom am I speaking? Come in.
This is Bulow. I hope I'm not disturbing your work too much.
Yes, Comrade Bulow. Hello. I was actually just about to take a break. Oh, the new revision is almost complete.
Yes, exactly. About your novel, hang on. The one called...
Yes. I'll go through it slowly so you can write it down. Silent signals from the planet Jupiter.
Yes, exactly. Of course, that's the name. Yeah, it's a powerful title. So about the new draft. I've just come out of a meeting with the publishing authority.
Yes?
Unfortunately, there are still one or two issues. You know what they're like. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, regarding the main character and the idea of a female cosmonaut, think about character leads like Yuri Gagarin. People just relate more to male protagonists.
Well, I think...
And then we thought about it a little and wondered whether contacting an alien civilization by radio might also not just be very reckless. Imagine what would happen if there was an enemy of the state on the other end.
But it all revolves around that. That's the core of the entire story, and the book is almost finished now.
It will only be finished once the approval procedure's complete. Zelinsky, you have to deliver now.
Yes.
Maybe you could contact your father, Carl.
Because he did everything you told him to, but the book is almost finished.
Excuse me? Miss Zelinsky?
That's fine, Comrade Bulow. I'll take care of it without my father. What a disaster. They want me to change everything. How am I even supposed to manage that? I have to pull myself together now, or else everything will blow up in my face.
Attention, fluctuation in the fabric of space-time. Danger, danger.
Back to the bridge. The space cruiser Meteor had run into massive turbulence. It almost seemed like the fabric that made up interplanetary space was being torn apart. The changes are tearing everything apart. They want me to ask for Dad's input because he always did what they said, but we'll get there. All the systems had failed. Even the controls were unresponsive to the cosmonaut's inputs. She had to find and open the maintenance hatch. No chance. Nothing's working anymore. The maintenance hatch. What a mess. Right. Stay calm. We can do it. What did Bulow say? No female protagonist. Contact is too dangerous. Where do I start? What if I just changed If I change the type of signal and how it's received on Earth in Chapter 12, maybe the publishing authority will see that this is the ideal image of socialist species. But if I change that, it will obviously impact everything that happens later. Oh geez, the simplest chain reaction, a cascade, a butterfly effect. Maybe it would be better to go to Chapter 5 and change the focus here. I was never keen on the orbiting of the moon anyway. The crew instead had problems with... The crew could be attacked by capitalistic corsairs, pirates under the flag of the class trader. They steal money from our heroes, and that would also give me an explanation for the lack of fuel. Will that help though? The core of the story is supposed to be about something completely different. Come on, Antonia. Let your imagination run wild again. What if we spice up the story with real science fiction elements like... The end just doesn't take place. It has taken place, and will take place again. There are multiple dimensions at different points in time, and everything is happening at the same time. And then again, at the same time it doesn't. It's only getting more complicated. Don't let it drive you crazy, Antonia. Concentrate on the core of the story. The core. It needs to be something even more powerful. Everything is possible. There are no limits. The greatest threat to the crew is... It turns out that the Earth is being ruled by a secret league of fascist dolphins as the result of a manipulated timeline, and they are in constant struggle with the existence of the collective swarm intelligence of subjugated laboratory mice. There. I wouldn't need to explain much more than that. That would solve almost all my problems. Oh no. But then, is that still the core of my story? I think I've almost cracked this nut. I have to go further. Another stroke of genius. The hull of the spaceship consisted of an alloy made up of Parmigiano Reggiano and that nasty processed cheese, due to its eternal shelf life. In summary, the mice have decided to enter into a fateful battle against the dolphins and have shared their unique technology with humanity. That makes total sense. That's it. Just brilliant. I think this idea is now complete garbage. I'm officially at the end of my rope. I'm breaking more than I'm fixing at the moment. What would Dad do now? I want to tell a story in which people surpass their own abilities. That's the core of the story. I need to keep a cool head and think. Coffee. Yes, I need coffee. My last chance. Do I even have any left? This is where I go to sit when it's getting too much for me by the window. I'd rather leave the television off. Every story has an ending. Like this one, for example. This would be the part of the ship that was seized by the space pirates and sold in the West. Who designed these endless hallways? It's such a waste of material. There were originally 7 of us. This was never intended to be a solo mission. We didn't have a xenolinguist on board for nothing after all. If we really do happen to come across any alien life, I'm sure Professor Palemba will be very annoyed about the missed opportunity. Marta would definitely know what to do. It certainly won't get any easier without a doctor and a cook on board. Liu always kept the ship in good shape. I can only hope it doesn't fall apart without her. Heike Jung, the pilot. That's me.
Miss Zelinsky, this is Bulow. The publishing authority still has a few questions regarding the commander of the ship. You see, the Commodore is a capitalist Westerner, an American even. That's obviously an issue.
Gibson? Yeah, but he moved to Berlin with his parents as a child.
We know, but it's too confusing. Make it neater. Wouldn't it be better if he had grown up in a socialist sister country?
But you did read the Commodore dies during the lunar orbit.
Of course, but you would expect a heroic sacrifice like that to come from someone from a socialist country. Come on, Zelinsky, you're an author. Just pick one. Can't be that hard.
Of course, the Commodore could be a good party activist.
The Commodore, may he rest in peace, was first and foremost a Soviet patriot.
Wonderful and excellent suggestion.
And instead of hamburgers, he loves Solyanka. How exciting.
Just like always, well, I could care less. Coffee. I wanted to grab coffee. It'll clear my head. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't make heads or tails of it.
The cosmonaut had not only lost control of her story, but also of her own mind. The cosmonaut had not only lost control of her story, but also of her own mind.
Bulu again. Just one more thing. The spacesuits for the crew are described in Chapter 4. The way you've described them, it's just, I can't get the image of the suits from those silly American films out of my head.
Excuse me, what?
It would be bad if other readers also think of an American. I mean, in terms of appearance. Because of the spacesuit. We have to do something to help them there. I mean, you, as the author, have to do something. Look, the suit that Yuri Gagarin wore, that had a special something. What's it called again?
Aesthetic?
Yes, exactly. Aesthetic. Very apt. Goodbye.
It's like being in a madhouse. I think I'm beginning to understand how Dad must have felt.
The cosmonaut wore her comfortable SK-6 spacesuit, the bright orange of the outer material manufactured by tireless workers' hands. Gave her sense of safety and security. It reminded her of home. A good feeling. How is anyone supposed to form a clear thought when they're constantly being interrupted?
Hello, this is Bulow. You're sure on the phone a lot when you should be writing. Ecology?
Sorry?
Ecology is a contemporary topic, and we think it would work really well for your story. Clean air is really wonderful. The publishing authority agrees. Do you think we can squeeze that in?
Air? Of course. Actually, there is simply no air to breathe on board the ship, hence the spacesuits.
Our wonderful SK-6s. Yes, we spoke about those. Have you spoken to your father yet?
Well, we agreed that I would work it out myself, didn't we?
Oh yes, apologies. My mistake. So, fresh air. Yes, write it in.
Impossible. Oh, whatever. It's illogical anyway, but maybe the ship could just have Insect-based air filtration has been all the rage in fresh air production since the 2002 Ecology Conference. Unfortunately, maintenance errors caused some of the insects to escape from their tanks. It's just complete nonsense. How comfortable. I could lie down, just for a second. My beautiful SK6 has a long and rich history. It's a good thing that Bulu and I were able to clarify this. The spacesuits can stay. My beautiful SK6 has a long and rich history. It's a good thing that Bulu and I were able to clarify this. The spacesuits can stay. It is so frustrating when you know what's right, but no one else believes you. Ah, yes. The spaceship's made of cheese. I better stay on this side of the door.
Bulu again, Miss Zelinsky, I forgot to mention something. In Chapter 9, there's reference to the ship being armed with these nuclear warheads.
That's right. They're used in Chapter 12 in...
We know. Only do you not think that these days, I mean, just the word nuclear triggers some pretty strong feelings? I once had a similar discussion with your father.
Yes, and in the future, these once deadly weapons are used peacefully and demonstrate how humanity as a whole has evolved. It's important, Bulu. Bulu? Are you still there?
Cut the nuclear weapons, or the publishing authority will cut your book.
Despite sufficient capacity, the ship obviously did not carry any nuclear warheads. Where you may have once found deadly weapons, you would now only find the socialist drive for world peace and boundless love. All of these changes are a nightmare. I have to focus and keep the core of my message. I need a break. And then I'll start a respectable career, I think. Finally! The coffee room. We often sat here together with the crew and just had fun. There it is, my coffee, black and delicious. Ah, just what I needed. No more rounds of double-cupped late into the night, I guess. A little boost of energy was exactly what I needed. Back to work. Bulu and the publishing authority are a disaster, but I'm not giving up yet. The core of the story is damaged, but it's still there. Nothing has been in vain, as long as I keep the core of my message.
Miss Linsky, I have good news. The publishing authority has suggested that we get your father in on the project.
Sorry?
Your father is an accredited author. The publishing authority trusts him. He could help us. He could especially help you.
Bulu, you can't do that.
All I'm saying is the publishing authority's patience has its limits. They could still reject the book. And if I'm being honest, the decision's already been made. The manuscript is already with your father.
Excuse me? What?
I know it isn't easy, but I'm sure that this is the right path forward now.
Oh, of course.
Fantastic. We're in agreement then.
Bulo! You need to calm down first, Tony. I'm sure I can persuade Dad to keep his hands off it. But then they'll make me write loop after loop until nothing is left of the core at all. If the core of the story is really this important to me, then Dad can put his name on the book, and maybe it will get through that way. But then, what about me? That's KARL. It stands for Kinetic Artificial Repair Lead. It's a maintenance robot. I'm not actually trained to mess about with the core at all. If I had just left my chief engineer in the story, instead of leaving her stranded on the moon with the others, she always had her optronic coupler with her. Let's see.
Miss Zelinsky, we have to talk about the technology on board the ship again. We think the designations for some of the tools are a little too elevated. Factory workers, farmers, they shouldn't feel excluded as readers.
But we're talking about a spaceship here, not a Trabant.
We don't think that the main character necessarily has to have an academic background, right?
Understood. What if instead they were... a simple farmer from the countryside?
Someone from industry would be even better. A simple worker, for example.
What a great idea.
Wonderful. Goodbye.
What should I use to open the hatch? Whatever you want, Bulo. Fortunately, advanced socialist technology during the era of space travel had remained robust and accessible. She had to redirect the energy to stabilize the core. There were 2 switches behind the hatch. One of the main systems had to be deactivated. She could choose between the life support system and the lighting. The cosmonaut didn't waste much time choosing. And decided that switching off the lights would be the less effective to redirect energy to the core. Thankfully, I know the engine room like the back of my hand. It looked to her like the core might be calming. That should be enough to stabilize the core for now, but it won't hold forever. I need to find a solution so that I can safely complete the mission.
Warning. Core status critical.
Damn it!
Recommending emergency activation of the KARL repair unit.
Activate the KARL repair unit? Please don't. I'm not getting any further here. The printer's just spitting out error codes. I know Bulo wants me to ask Dad for help, but I have to do it myself. Activating KARL would mean admitting failure. Everyone says I'm lucky to be the daughter of such a famous author. It's just that the author in question is a stooge of the system. I will lose my shit if this telephone rings again. Comrade Bulo, please let me work.
Tony, hello, it's me, Dad. I wanted to see how you're doing with all the chaos.
Dad, this is a really bad time to call.
I just wanted to ask one thing. Was it your idea to send me the manuscript, or was it Bulo's?
Honestly, it was Bulo's idea.
That's what I thought. Bulo, you dog.
Dad, listen. I have to do this myself. This has to be something meaningful. And even if I'm not sure how right now, I have to do this on my own.
I've read it. What you wrote, the manuscript. It's really good.
Sorry?
It has so much to say about us, about everything. It has a true core. But they'll never let it through with your name on it. You know that. That's why you're out of time.
The core is already severely damaged. It risks destroying the entire ship.
But how are we going to complete the mission without the core?
What do you think is the most important thing about this mission? You will have to make a decision.
I want to make a name for myself as an author.
You want to do it on your own? Of course. It would be foolish to take yourself out of the game so close to the end. I made the same decision. Then, today, again and again, you will go your own way. And maybe success will find you. But the core, we have to get rid of it. We will not make it otherwise.
Was it ever easy?
The core cannot be saved anymore. You have to release it from its anchoring. Then we will eject it into space through the airlock.
The core? That's the reason I'm even here.
That's the wrong console. I need to get to the other side.
It contains everything that was important to me.
Warning. Maintenance hatch to core is unlocked.
The anchoring has been released. The core is now free.
I'm sorry. Believe me. I understand what this means to you.
I know what I have to do.
You have to eject it. Concentrate on what is really important to you.
The cosmonaut.
Let it go.
Why? Why did it have to come to this?
You were doomed from the start. It's always the same. It is no coincidence. It's their system. They wear you down until nothing is left of you or of what was once important to you.
Yes.
But your book will certainly be a success. With any luck, people will read what you've created. And then you can write another book, and you'll say to yourself, this time, I will keep my core. No one will interfere this time. And maybe this time, you'll succeed.
Did you succeed?
No, but maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
We cannot give up.
When you make up a story, you're always taking on a bit of a person you're telling the story about. This is really how it is.
The novel Silent Signals from the Planet Jupiter was published the same year. At some point, the publishing authority had nothing more to complain about.
You just have to keep at it, and sometimes you also need a little bit of luck.
I like it. Antonia wrote lots of other stories. Even though Antonia had to change her book quite a lot, her voice still made it out into the world. As a successful author, she went on to write other books.
You know, Dilosh, sometimes you have to grit your teeth and bear it as there's no other way.
I like to put the necklace in the box.
That looks great.
For Tony.
Underground fighter.
What a wonderful collection. An entire century in one box. I'd like to keep...
Come on, I'll show you something. I found the perfect hidey hole.
It fits perfectly.
Wait. I have an idea. We should hide something of our own here in the apartment too.
Oh yeah! Do you mean someone will find my wall drawings eventually?
Definitely. Shall we?
I'm starving.
What do you want to eat?
Ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream isn't real food.
2 then?
That's not what I meant. And where did you see an ice cream parlor around here?
An ice cream from my store would be okay too.
Nah, a scoop of ice cream from an ice cream parlor would be better.
Alright then, you've convinced me.
And you'll be getting broccoli flavor.
That's not funny, Dad.
We still need to gather up all the tools you threw down the chute.
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
I'd be stracciatella.
Why that one?
'Cause at the first glance, I look classic and relaxed, and then bang, lots of little surprises.
So you're boring with a bit of fun?
I'm reliable but not predictable.
I think you're like vanilla.
Hey, don't ruin the surprise.
But that's such a typical dad flavor.
And what are you?
Smurf ice cream with colorful sprinkles and cookie dough.
Chaotic, loud, and sweet as sugar.
And no one knows what's in it.
A mystery then, just like me.
Are we gonna renovate another apartment again soon?
I thought you wanted to go back to school soon.
But school's boring.